Now, you may not know this about me if you've only watched this show, but I am a published author. I know, you might watch this show and see me having fun, playing games with celebrities, and making sex jokes that even I don't fully understand. But that doesn't mean your girl can't write a book, because you know I did. You know I did. Yes. And honestly, it was so much harder than I thought it was gonna be. The name of my book is How to Be a Boss. But by the end of the process, I wanted to name it Vodka Makes Words Happen. If I'm being completely honest, though, the most difficult part of publishing is getting anyone on earth to read a physical book. Like, I had to read my book for the audio version, and even I was like, read a book? That's so boring. You don't really know torture until you have to read something you wrote out loud. It's like reading in front of the class in middle school. You're stuttering, your mouth is dry, and every time you try to pronounce the word Virginia, you accidentally say vagina. Straight up, I almost said vagina twice just now. Now, the process of writing a book takes forever, and it's super challenging, and that's before you even start writing. Before I wrote my book, I met with a couple different publishers, and I learned a lot about the publishing industry. Mainly that it's super outdated. Yeah. They're basically selling leaves in the age of Charmin Ultra Soft. They said these exact words to me: your YouTube numbers are incredible. What is YouTube? And then I had to tell them that YouTube is like TV, but people actually watch it. Hey, NBC, how's it going? No worry, there's no way they're watching this. From beginning to end, it took me exactly 1 year to write my book. Yeah, one book, 1 year. What's your excuse, George R.R. Martin? But publishing a book is so much more than just writing. There are so many strategies that go into distributing a book. Had marketing meetings about advertising online, in stores, and book signings. Straight up, 3 hours in, I was like, are you sure we can't just start airdropping it to strangers on the train? And when you write a book, you're not just deciding what goes in it. No, no, no. You also have to decide every physical element of the book itself. I went from knowing nothing about books to being ready to fight anyone who thinks 360 PPI stock is better than 300 PPI stock. I mean, the density's all wrong. I know you may not have understood that joke, but I would have killed that penguin man you had. There's so many good memories about writing my book. Like deciding how long I wanted it, how thick I wanted it, if I wanted it to be hard, which are all the same questions I ask on a dating app, you know? He got it before I even got there. And that's how you know the thirst is real. I just literally said the word long, and he was like, yeah. Now, the book was projected to be #1 on the New York Times bestseller list, and it got to #1 in business. Thank you. But on the main list, it got beaten out by a medical book about thyroids. It felt like after all those years of telling me to be a doctor, my parents got the last laugh.